All right, let's move ahead. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Sahil Kushwaha, Assistant General Manager, Aparajitha. The topic will be Revolutionize Your Regulatory Compliance with a Tech-Enabled Platform. And here is a dynamic sales leader between us with more than a decade of experience. So we would love to know your story. Thank you.
Hi, very good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Sahil, and I am coming from Aparajitha. So again, as we have been already introduced. I'm a sales guy, but honestly speaking, today I'm not here to discuss or sell you anything per se. At least I'll try not to sell you anything. But always speaking after Miss Aaron is again a very humongous task. So to have some sort of engagement, we always need there. So Aparajitha as an organization, we are for last 25 years into the compliance space. And today I'd like to discuss few of the compliance challenges we come across. Today, as HR leaders, you may be having a focus towards payroll or focus towards ESG or focus towards many other aspects of HR domains, wherein a compliance itself is a requirement of the organization to run or to go towards any sort of KPIs wherein we were discussing. So now, talking about challenges, there can be multiple challenges. Some could be internal and some could be external. So, but I'll talk more towards internal and external compliances challenges both. So today in India, we have a quasi-federal structure. There is a central government where it will say you have to do one thing. Then there is a state government, it will say you have to do Y thing. Then you have municipal level legislations wherein they'll tell you to do some other thing. So what I have done is, so I have listed out few scenarios. So wherein I think that could be an opportunity for you. So what I'm going to do is, these are 5 scenarios. We're going to discuss about it very briefly. I'll not take much time, only 2 to 3 minutes. If you have the answer, we are offering a rupees 500 Amazon voucher for the correct answer. If you don't know the correct answer, we are offering you some knowledge gain. Okay. So I'll go by first. So I have my colleagues in the crowd. If you know the answer, please raise your hand, give the answer. They'll take your details and we'll mail you the voucher. So first scenario is an organization with 100 employees, but none of the employees with the gross salary below, my apology, it should be above 21,000. Hence, the provision of employee state insurance are not applicable for this organization. Yes, I see one hand, please. Yes. This is false. Again, Ankit. Yeah, this answer is correct actually. So as an organization, it doesn't matter the way. Yeah, sir.
Where ESIC is not facilitating any hospital, then you are exempted from that.
Absolutely. Can I have a round of applause for this gentleman, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That's a great answer actually. But the understanding is wherever the ESIC is applicable. My apologies, I'll add it on, right? Then the second scenario, an organization has leased out an office for an interior fit out is going on, but no compliances are applicable till they start operating out of that office. False? Okay, anyone can say why is this false? Anyone? Yeah, please, sir. Absolutely correct. Again, a round of applause for the gentleman. Ankit or Raman, you can have the details for the sir. Third, an organization having a cold storage warehouse, but no manufacturing activities are done there. So, as per the commercial establishment, or we call it shop and commercial establishments, varying from state to state, should be applicable. So, since it's a cold storage warehouse, no manufacturing is going on, should it be a commercial establishment or not? Sir, yes. Yes? Actually, it's false. As per the Factories Act 1948, any sort of cold storage is considered as a manufacturing process. So again, I think that could be a learning from this session. At least you can say, Sahil told me this. Okay, moving on. I guess someone was saying that Factories Act is applicable. Yeah, you can note down the name of the sir. Again, sir made it correct. An organization having offices in co-sharing space, no compliances are applicable since establishment is not leased by the organization, merely they are paying per seat wise. Is it true or false? false. Again, I don't know whom should I go ahead. Okay, I think this is a very educated cohort, I would say, in terms of compliances. Unclaimed wages, okay, this could be a tricky. Unclaimed wages, for example, gratuity, bonus, or paid leave, at the time of exit of employee can be retained by an organization till any claim is made. Again, someone said true? Okay, then what should we do for the unclaimed wages? Labor welfare board, we have to deposit. So again, these are the few scenarios wherein I have encountered the HR personals have a different point of view. But again, for this cohort, I would personally have a good round of applause for yourself itself. Now I'll tell you how, sorry? Workmen Compensation Act. Workmen Compensation Act. So moving ahead, now I'll tell you how Aparajitha comes into the picture. So few of my colleagues already, they do know about Aparajitha. I've been blessed that today as an organization, we cater to more than 2,000 plus clients, wherein any conference we have 1 or 2 clients available. Bharti Airtel today, I guess the team is there. Compass Group, the team is there. So we are working with today 1,000 plus legal entities, 2,000 plus employees in terms of payroll. We are processing every month of Aparajitha. So for example, today you have any sort of establishment, any sort of factory, any sort of greenfield project site. So we are here to cover you pan-India across with our own employees and own infrastructure. So today, if I talk about few numbers, more than 70,000 plus establishments, 1,000 plus factories, and more than 45 lakh contract labor compliances we process on a monthly basis. Then today, talking about digitization, again, I was talking to one of the gentlemen outside, how does digitization is important for the purpose of compliances. So multiple times what we have is we are doing the compliances in-house, and let's say Sahil moves out of the organization, so no one knows where the challans are or where the compliance documents are. So there is one scenario wherein the digitization of compliances becomes very important. So Aparajitha, we have acquired a product called Simpliance. So Simpliance today acts as a central compliance system. Today we have automated audits. Once I say automated, any sort of compliances related to PF, ESIC, wages, automatically they are audited. We can give the vendors any sort of support they require. Today we store all the data, and any sort of real-time dashboard which is required, we have readily available, and all the real-time legal updates. So within 48 hours, any sort of compliance update, let it be related to minimum wages, let it be related to social security, you'll get it in your email and as well as in your dashboard. Then we have gone one step forward. So today we have multiple challenges. If an organization is spread across India, so multiple legislation and multiple state rules are applicable. So what we have done is we have enabled QR code enabled displays of abstract and notices. What we have done is we have automated the audits. Then any sort of inspection or notice today you receive from EPF department, factory department, or any sort of other establishment wherein any sort of issues are there existing or tomorrow can be there. So we facilitate all the inspection, and on real-time basis inspection dashboard is also populated. So this is what our product is. So I guess I'm running some short of time. So what we can do is we are outside available for you. We can come down and we can have a demo if the demo is required for anyone. Then today the most important USP of the product is automatic extension of due date. So multiple times what happens is there are multiple extensions available in terms of exigencies. So multiple clients of ours at time of COVID, multiple deadlines were extended. So they were not aware of the fact that how to go about the deadlines or any sort of changes in the deadline. So product today automatically updates any sort of changes which are there. Then we have multiple internal compliances also, let it be ESG related compliances, let it be ISO standard policies. If you want to implement in the product has the capability to implement those policies and structure as well, apart from the compliances. Then any sort of compliances which are monitored in the product automatically enables a maker and checker concept. So it's a two-step responsibility. Sahil as a maker is doing the compliances, and Sahil's boss as a checker is approving the compliances, then only the product will accept and move to the compliant stage. Then any sort of reports we want to generate for our management, for our review purpose, are automatically generated from the product itself. This is one of the most important USP of this product is automated returns and registers generation. So today, if you are spread across pan India, we understand for each factory, each establishment, we have to prepare certain set of records and returns. The challenge today the HR fraternity is having that each individual office is having different formats. Each state will say own rules. Each state is having its own formats. So today, with the help of this product, this entire process gets streamlined. You just upload the payroll data and automatically registers are maintained in the state specific format. For example, you upload the data for 10 states, the registers or the returns which we are going to generate or the product is going to generate, it will be in the state specific format. Then we have service offerings also. If you don't want to keep the compliances in-house and you want to outsource it to some particular partner, so we are there. As I told you, we have been doing this compliance activities since 2000. We have more than 1,800 plus on-roll employees spread across pan India, multiple domains throughout factories, establishments, any sort of other activities which you want us to be outsourced, we are there for you. So that's it from my end. So I think I'll not be able to get in the demo at this point of time. We can have a discussion outside if any sort of demo is required. So I'll just open the discussion for any sort of questions if are there. Any questions? Okay, I've got the approval to play the demo. I guess you have to stay with me then. So this is our dashboard, how it looks like. So if you have multiple legal entities in-house, so you can either go ahead and select the compliances for all the legal entities, or if you want to see the compliance score for a particular legal entity, you can select a legal entity. For the purpose of demo, I'll just go into all the legal entities. So once you come on board, we have the compliance dashboard. Directly jumping into the dashboard, as a CHRO or as a HR leader, you want to understand or you want to have a hands-on in terms of what the compliance status of your organization is. So today, Simpliance gives you that visibility, that ownership on your compliances. So today, any of your board member or any of your colleagues or any of the current internal team or the legal team or the company secretary asks you for the dashboard, it is readily available in Simpliance. So today, we are spread across APEC region. So as you can see, Sri Lanka is also being there. So I'll just filter out the country as India currently. So if you see, there are 4 types of compliances: complied, delayed compliance, in progress, or not complied. Complied, everyone understands any sort of activities which is done before due date, we say it is complied. Anything which is not completed is not complied. Anything in progress is, let's say, by 30th of this particular month, you have to file a return. So automatically, the product will tell you what sort of return is to be filed, and it will go and sit in the in progress column. Let's say the return was due on 30th, and you have filed on 2nd of next month. It will not say complied, it will go and sit in the delayed compliance segment. So similarly, we have multiple dashboards. So compliance status is there, compliance trend is there. The most important thing I want to highlight is the risk chart. So today, I was speaking to multiple colleagues of ours, and they were talking about what sort of a unique feature your product is having. So we are already using some product in-house. So I would want to highlight this particular feature of hidden risk. So today, everyone knows what an exposed risk is. Something which is non-compliant is an exposed risk in the system. But something which is not opted. For example, today as an organization, you take a conscious call that this particular compliances is, we are opting out. And tomorrow you want to say, I want to opt in. So in a product, you have the feature that the product will not give you multiple reminders, but it goes and sit in a hidden risk report. Today you want to say this particular compliance is not applicable. So the product, it saves the compliances and goes and sit in the hidden risk report. So quarterly, half yearly, annually, you can come back and review the risk report and take a conscious decision you want to continue with the compliances or how you want to go about it. Then multiple compliances again are available. You want to see, you can double click here and the entire list of the compliances which are applicable and today you have not opted will be populated. For example, intimation of a person under Gujarat Shop Act. So this particular list can be downloaded, reviewed by the team, and again we can say that if it is required, we'll go ahead and make it compliant. If it is not required, we'll keep it non-compliant or we'll keep it in the hidden risk report. So as an organization leader, that gives you the flexibility also to take a conscious call if you want to go ahead with the compliances or you want to keep in the hidden risk report. So then moving on, we have multiple sort of reports. Any sort of report you want to download, we have consolidated report, task-wise report, any sort of risk you want to understand the criticality, you want to understand the prosecutional liabilities which are there, you can directly jump into the risk report. Once you click here, so the entire report will be downloaded. So that is the dashboard and this is the report. So you want to understand what sort of a risk is there, whom it is to assign, what is the frequency of the compliances, what we have to do, what is the penal consequences. Generally, as per my experiences, multiple times HR colleagues have understood that this particular compliances, there is no penal consequences, so we are not gonna go ahead with it. So if you want to review the penal consequences, you want to review the liabilities, very easily you can do the same from here itself. Then any sort of report, we have service provider reports. So one of the important aspect of the compliances is contract workforce or the contract labor or third party people. So as a service provider, if you want to have a compliances done by the third party also, this product can be given access to the third party and the third party itself can upload the documents and you can review all the compliances of your service provider in a single dashboard. So today morning, there was one question coming up that how do you handle if there is a inspection and the inspector is asking the PF records of a contractor? Because since contractor has already exited my system, I don't have any sort of hold upon the contractor that I could go and reach him out for the compliance records. So herein, the compliance comes up and plays a crucial role in terms of managing all of your compliances. So that's what a brief of the product from my end. Thank you very much. That's my time. If any sort of questions are there, any questions? Yeah, please, ma'am. Yeah. Absolutely, ma'am, we can do that. What I'll do is I'll schedule a detailed demo for you. Yeah. Anything else? Nothing. Thank you very much.
Ms. Anita Verma, Chief Human Resources Officer, Excited Broadband. Ma'am, can we have you here? And Mr. Sahil Kushwaha, please, we need you back here. With a huge round of applause, everyone.